Hey Leo, how are you? It's MJ from IUNPLUG. I'm providing a new service for the IUNPLUG community. I've been guided to the tarot. This is intuitive tarot, pure intuish vibrashe, you guys. So this is really sending out messages via the tarot. If you gravitate to the channel, if you gravitate to these messages and they do resonate, that's often, you know, what it's all about, finding the people, places, and things that resonate with us, that we feel connected to, right? And that really just means that my higher self or intuition is connecting to yours, and we can potentially help each other on the journey. Alrighties, so Leo. This is for the star sign of Leo. Any challenges that we're working through and the highest, most divine guidance for the Leos that find their way to this channel, to this video. What's the highest and most divine guidance for what they're going through in their lives? My goodness. There's some very powerful masculine energy in your reading. An Emperor and a King of Cups. And this, it feels like a theme. So it could be father stuff. It could be just working. Working on the masculine energy. Okay, Leo. Okay, I'm feeling that in this reading, this is, again, you guys, this is why I love tarot. It's the messages coming through or not. I talk about this on my channel a lot, but like releasing people-pleasing patterns, the messages that come through in the tarot are what they are, and this is like a deep and challenging reading. Because it feels like, to me, what the cards are saying is that there's been like a night energy that came in with an offer and may have destabilized a relationship. I feel like there was an Emperor, like a masculine energy. It could be your card, it could be you. I feel like you made an executive decision with a situation that caused you a lot of pain. And it just feels like there might have been like an affair, or yeah, somebody basically like got involved in what was once like a really happy union, what was once something really fulfilling, and that felt like, yeah, just it used to be stable. It used to be love, and it's ended. And then what I'm hearing is that there's this like matriarchal energy, this like mother-father energy that's like holding you in this space of letting go of this story. I'm getting this energy from this emperor. If this is like the person you were dealing with that either like walked away, and the weirdness is that like, even though the emperor I feel like was the one that walked away, and I feel like the person who lost everything or is going through the pain, that you still feel like everything was your fault, but I feel weirdly like this emperor was like a mega control freak, and that actually you have this like divine mother-father energy like holding space for you. Oh, like, well, this would have been like a huge karmic situation. And that this emperor might be an emperor, but I don't necessarily feel that this is like a compassionate emperor, or like maybe a deep and, you know, yeah, just like a deeply loving. I feel like there was a lot of control issues, and that ultimately in the long term, this situation was never this. It was never like a divine union. It was always out of balance. Like the way the cards came out too, I just felt like the heaviness, and that's why like I can sense this is probably a fairly specific reading for somebody who like might have cheated, or might have like, you know, been the one who was like wrong or whatever. But you were under like this domination. You were under this sort of like rule. And when this, I feel like this night came in, and it was just like, it felt different. And so the emperor left, and your heart has been broken. But it is the end of the situation now. It's definitely that situation. And the message ultimately is, oh, this is nice, you guys. So the message is ultimately like, this has been a divine cycle. Like it couldn't have gone any other way, okay? And actually the whole entire time you've been like held and loved by like your mom and dad, or by like, I want to say like a kind of soulful divine mother-father energy that's in your life or in your awareness, or creator. You could even say like the divine, the creator, like mother-father. They're both kings and queens of cups. It's the emotions, it's the love, it's the like emotional support. It's so the mother-father in you, and or like the divine aspect has like, is saying this whole cycle has been contained in that divinity. No matter how painful and shitty, and even no matter how horrible you think you might have acted, it's not all your fault, you know, you're not to blame. And this emperor, even though again people might look up to him and he might be like yeah, I don't know, you know, like he's the emperor or whatever, and you just feel so stabbed in the back, but it's done now. You can now really heal. The divine, these cards, these again are my intuitive interpretations, but these divine cards are really saying like, you're loved. It's right and good for you to forgive and to begin the healing process and letting go of this situation and the trauma. And you can walk away, because look what came out after when whatever card I looked at there, and then this was at the bottom. So the 10 of Cups is like, still in the cards, babes, still in the cards, all right? So let's get some lovely Osho Zen Tarot just to, oh God, Leo, so deep, very, very heavy stuff, yo. So 10 of Cups, this is bloody brilliant. It's what we all need. All right, Drop the burden. Spend some time on your own. That's probably annoying for you, Leo, isn't it? The few Leos that I've met in my life are not particularly introverted. They tend to be socialites, like hanging out with people. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to be going on a bit of a journey, it would appear. You do have to drop the burden to get over the cycle. You hear me? You feel me? We got to drop the burden. Whatever that means, the pain. We can really let it go now. That might require some alone time and tuning into the inner voice. Spend some time alone, tune into the inner voice, because it would appear that you've got some traveling ahead of you. I feel a sense of adventure, travel. This could be a move. Obviously, when we go through these big shakeups in our lives, or like a whole life gets dissolved, then often at some point when we're healing, we get this inspiration to travel, which is, I would say, the soul's way of rediscovering itself, right? So the travel, I'm feeling like one more card. Nice. Star card. Star card underneath that 10 of Cups. Cool. You know, Leo sits well as the star for sure. Hi, Scott. I think I saw someone there. Or not. I'm not sure. I'm not able to see clearly from this distance. Aw, yeah, courage. This is the main really advice here, is self-love. Self-love. Have courage. So drop the burden. That's important. That just means breathing deeply and taking time to take care of yourself, like big time. That might mean going alone, going inside, spend some time on your own, tune into that inner voice. It will guide you. It will definitely guide you. Having the courage and the strength, if you're inspired to go on a bit of a journey, doing some traveling, or maybe up and moving to a different city, a different place, that is definitely sort of inspired here. That's being supported and sort of overarched by this star card. And ultimately, this is what you're moving toward. So the star, the feeling of travel, adventure, freedom, by going alone and having the courage to make these changes, you end up ultimately with this happily ever after. And we do know this, you know. We don't get to the happily ever after by staying in this space of burden or whatever it was, right? We can't be here in this energy and then also be here. So the cards are pretty clear in as far as saying to go from here to here. There's this process that we need to go through. Go within, tune to the inner voice. That's gonna give you the inspired action and the courage to go on a bit of an adventure, which can mean many different things ultimately, but something different, something new, and that's your star. That's how you kind of rebirth yourself and rediscover the star that you are. And as you start to ramp up and feel that star quality, somehow, I don't know, but somehow this 10 of Cups is yours for the taking, my Leo friends. So I hope that was useful to you. I shall continue and do a couple of more. I really appreciate your guys' intuitive reading bookings, and the feedback is great and lovely, and I'm loving it. So have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll speak to you real soon. Peace.